Damn, it's got mature content. Hold on, I gotta just do the Instagram. Let me just do the Instagram. That way I don't get mine. We might have to do it. Might have to check that in a little bit. Let's see.
From my little bit of research, she hooking, bro. Like she's
she's
yeah, she
got a lot
of business inquiries, maybe trying to get food out.
Yeah, that's Jezebel, Potiphar's wife, every single thing, every all of it. Look at this. Ridiculous.
Would y'all believe I was in the Nation of Islam mosque a couple years back? Would you believe it was women in there that looked just like that but covered all the way up? Honest to God truth, bro. Put that on my kid's life. Women that had the same facial structure as her, and you can tell they were stacked, bro, but they were in NOI garb like the women were. Blew my mind.
How many people are sipping in the comment section right now, man?
We might have to look.
They deep. They deep. Them boys was typing like they already had their shirt off.
You already know what they're saying. You already know what they're saying in the comment sections, man.
Deep inside.
Really, y'all don't know this. Y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's okay. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up. My foot is on your neck. Yeah. Take my word for it. It's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this. Y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up. My foot is on your neck. Yeah. Take my word for it. It's a promise and a threat. I ain't never really wanna flex my gifts, but I think it's my time. Let me check my wrist. You can never dim my shine. I'ma keep on grinding till I reach the tip top.
Not absolutely not an over exaggeration. Like your life is absolutely in danger because they don't have a problem with getting you got. They just don't. Like they don't. There's no moral compass where they're like, you know what? I'm not gonna call the cops. He's gonna get in trouble. He's gonna lose his job. He's gonna whatever. They do not care. They absolutely do not care. Like they absolutely do not care. Who did they say? No, sir. That's my second favorite branded shoe. Okay. Well, don't leave the Jordans. Keep the Jordans. Wear them. You know, put them in a duffel bag. Whatever. They are pretty comfy. I can't lie. But look, man. Let's let this brother have his start his broadcast. We are 15 minutes longer than I wanted to, but no, they really don't care. But there's some things that I want you to cue in. If you gentlemen want me to stop it at any point, if you hear something before I do, feel free to ask me to stop it. I got you.
Get inside.
Fair use.
When I go inside the house, Dominique's standing up with my phone in her hand.
Okay, so real quick, just to set the table, he's talking about the night he got himself had his shootout, and this is the situation that happened before the brothers got called. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the best baldy, the strongest beard, and the deepest voice on YouTube, Wrench Turner. Salute, bro. What's up, man?
Yes, indeed.
That's what's up.
Shout out to the brothers on the panel. Shout out to the brothers in the chat. Appreciate you having me up, bro.
Salute,
man, of course, bro. Do me a huge favor while you're here. Put your favorite email address in the back chat for me, please.
Yes, sir.
When you get a chance. So Wrench, have you heard about this kid? You have clearly, we talked about it the other day, right? So you've heard a little bit about this, right?
Yeah, man. I pulled up her IG last stream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did. I love that. That was funny. Well, I'm gonna clip that. I still haven't gotten a chance to clip that one up yet, but that's hilarious. That's gonna be a short.
Hey, that show was hilarious, bro.
Man, we cut up for sure. We absolutely cut up. Let's let this brother talk a little bit because he says some things that he needs to be slapped for, to be honest with you. But let's go on ahead.
And she asked me, who's Skylar?
Okay,
Skylar?
So wait, before we even started, what did we say about this technological mistreatment? What happened? So he walked into the house and she already had his phone.
And what happens when you get inside?
When I go inside the house, Dominique's standing up with my phone in her hand. And she asked me, who's Skylar?
Kyla?
Yes.
K-A-Y-L-A?
No, K-Y-L-A.
YLA. Okay. And who's Kyla? Who is she?
That was a friend that I met in Tallahassee.
And what was she asking? Why was she asking you who's Kyla?
From my knowledge, she went through my phone and she seen me and Kyla texting each other.
What was her attitude like?
You say what now?
What was her attitude like?
I could tell she was mad.
Oh, how can you tell?
It's just how she asked it, and then like I went to like try to reach for my phone, and she like kept it away from me. So
How many brothers have experienced a similar interaction?
Way too many.
Way too many. Okay, so already you're being mistreated. Mistreated is the word that I'm changing for the A word for schmooze. All right, you're already being mistreated. So if your girl is messing with your phone and she's keeping it from you and getting into it and tracking you and following you and doing all that stuff, it's already happening. It's not normal. All right, go ahead. It's crazy. It's crazy how they go through their phone. One mic, definitely have. Oh, is she though? Is she rich?
Man, bad ass yellow bone. Oh, it wants some. Hey, she tough, bro. Hey, she holding, bro.
Okay, now we know where the anger is coming from.
Facts.
Now we know. He's like, oh, you just bad because you got replaced. Yeah, you got replaced. The man, Red Planet said, false allegations is moderate. Women found. Yeah, you right. You right. Hold on. What did he? Somebody at man, especially with a Sunkissed tag to her IG.
I mean, she just got to accept the fact, man. I mean, she got to accept the fact that she's this, man.
And look at you. Oh. You're average at best.
She average at best, man.
Facts. Hey, he's gonna speak on it here in a minute.
Oh, I can tell she was mad.
All right. And what did you say when she asked you who Kyla was?
I told her let's go in the room and talk because I knew my brother was gonna come inside like shortly after me. So I was like, let's just go in the room and talk.
You didn't want your brother in your business?
Correct.
What did all hell break loose then?
Yes.
Tell us what happened, please.
So the next thing that happened was basically we go in the room. She still was asking me who Kyla was, and then she FaceTimed her. And when she
How did she do that? On your phone?
Yes, on my phone.
Your phone was working?
Yes, it was working.
So she calls the chick. I believe that qualifies under, I don't know, maybe bullying or, some sort of a manipulation. So that also falls under mistreatment.
Psychological.
Yes, all of those things, right? This man is a victim. He's a victim. But let's continue.
This time.
When she FaceTimed her, what did she do?
She angled the phone to where as if it's just me that called her. And basically she had it set up, and I guess she was looking for answers or something. And me and Kyla had a short, brief conversation. And then after that, she just was like, you ain't shit. Dominique said that, I'm saying.
Did she hang up the phone or did she let you?
Yeah, that's it. The phone hung up.
Yeah.
Wait, is that name calling too?
Emotional and psychological.
Another form of mistreatment. All right, so we're at like three violations already. We're at 3 violations already. I wish I had a violation counter up here. We are at 3 violations already, and we are 1 minute and 49 into this man's story. Let's continue.
Hung up.
Yes.
He was testing you to see who Kyla was?
Yes.
Why'd you even participate in this?
I mean, like I say, it wasn't nothing to hide. And I was just like, all right, you want to go do that, pretty much.
Can we talk about that for a split second? Do we allow that to happen on principle? I would dismiss a lovely lady for that, just on principle.
Yeah. All right, maybe like some dudes are like, I think you brought it up a few weeks back that we've become so used to disrespect, our tolerance for it seems higher than most.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you like if you were talking to a girl and she tried to pull this number, like have your phone and call somebody else and go through all that stuff, like would you forgive that?
Fuck no.
Would you, Gerald? Would you?
Nah, that's why I'm alone, because furniture would get moved.
Rich, would you, bro?
Same, bro.
Hell no. Bitch, if you ain't paying this bill, man. But really, even if you is paying this bill, just because I don't believe in going through shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna go looking for nothing, none of that. So, nah, leave my phone alone. How's these phones is, bitch? You better leave my phone alone.
Yeah, absolutely. But just the whole, like, you think you can go through it. You think you can call a random person that you have some sort of you might have and then to do something like that and to think that you have a leg to stand on afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's instant disqualification. Oh, you might as well stop talking. Like, the damage is done.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well just go on about your merry little way. But the young man continues and lets it allow. Let's see, we've allowed, so I think they're entitled to it. What was that word we keyed in on earlier? Entitled?
Yep.
Exactly. They feel like they're entitled to be able to mistreat us. Comes full circle. Let's let this rock.
Figured no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Is that the end of it?
No, it wasn't.
What happened then?
So after she said, you ain't shit, I asked her, I was like, you doing all this? Let me see your phone. And then that's when she started spazzing out. She started hitting me on my head. And
how was she hitting you?
Oh, so all he said was like, all right, well, I'll let you see mine. Let me see your phone. And now she's got a problem. Now she's elevated. And what did Chris say? Remember, this all happened seeing her. No, there was a month of him not seeing her. He had been messing with her for 1.5 years. They had known each other. They hadn't seen each other for a month. And then she tried to like come back and get her stuff. I think the reason why she was even there was to be getting some of her stuff. I think he had already lightweight done a loose cutoff, which is another thing. Gentlemen, just cut it. If you're gonna cut it off, cut it all the way off. Cut it all the way off. No, what do they call it? Half pregnant? Don't be half pregnant. Cut it all the way off. Don't be messing around. And again, look, I'm only giving my suggestions. I just don't want brothers to get caught up. Yeah, got you, Chris. My bad. Yeah, that she wasn't. So they had known each other for a while, but so allegedly they were seeing each other for 1.5 years, but she had been married the whole time. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy?
That's an absolute no for me. If you are married, do not talk to me. Do not come near me.
Well, she said she said he never asked, so it wasn't. She didn't feel like she had to tell him.
That's what we call a lie by omission.
Lies by omission, absolutely. Lies by omission. It's crazy, bro. But there, like I said, the reason why I really wanted to just tone in on this, but like, because listen to this story, because there's so many similarities to what I think a lot of brothers are going through.
Hard. Like, she was like trying to hurt me.
Why'd you hit her back?
I mean, I don't believe in females. My mom always told me that if you ever get to the point that you want to put your hands on a female, just leave her. Just leave the situation.
And
I
agree with that. You guys got any?
Biggest issue is we're not told. See, our mother tells us that, but our father would tell us look for the warning signs first before it comes to that. That's the issue. Like, we're not told like what to look for first. Like, what's the red flags? Because once you see the red flags flaring up, it's time to go.
Absolutely. So if you were with a lovely lady though, and she all of a sudden gets all upset and she starts really, trying to hit you with the 1-2, trying to hit you with the 2 or a 3-piece, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna? And she hits you with a clean one. Here, let's do this. She hits you with a clean one, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you like slip the first one, not thinking that the second one's coming, and she's like, and you slip the first one, you're like, bah, and she hits you with a clean one. Are you gonna A, cover up and back away, B, restrain her, or C, hit her with a 2-piece of your own? Don't answer that.
The chat already did.
Don't answer that. Chris said he got a lot of stories to tell. That's what's up.
I mean, they're females like this are automatically gonna SHIT test you. So, I mean, once they do that, it's time to go.
Yeah,
whether you pass or not, that doesn't matter. The fact is that she's testing you to see how far she can get away with it.
Absolutely.
You just gotta let her know, not at all.
Yeah, nah, homie, I can't. I absolutely, positively will not. You will get removed from the premises. I'm gonna do you like a bouncer. I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna walk you to the door. I'm gonna ho you to the front yard. Make sure you land in some grass so you don't get hurt too bad. Doors gonna get locked. Cops gonna get called. That's what's up. Because when I asked me about the burrito story, oh Lord, oh Jesus. Oh, we gonna have a testimonial night one night. We're gonna have a testimonial where everybody could just come and tell their crazy stories. We're gonna do that. We'll make
confess your sins.
Confess your sins, yes. Where you can come and tell your stories, and we'll make sure it's late, so it don't matter how crazy y'all get, and then we'll make sure that it goes behind a paywall, so nobody gets in trouble for it. But let's
Are you defending yourself, like blocking her, or what are you doing?
Yeah, blocking her. Like basically falling up pretty much because I knew she was mad. So at that time I took it as like maybe I deserved it because she seen me texting her.
Let's play that part again.
Blocking her. Like basically falling up pretty much because I knew she was mad. So at that time I took it as like maybe I deserved it because she seen me texting her.
Deserve to get hit?
I mean, that's how I took it.
Gentlemen, no. You never deserve to get hit. That's crazy. Like, just really think about what he just said. I heard that, I almost fell out of my chair. I'm not lying to you. I was like, deserve to get hit? What? Chris Cotton, I lost everything and now I'm in a relationship with a woman. PhD, like Kevin said. Oh Lord. Chris, be careful out there, bro. They are the worst of the worst. Yeah, he allowed it. There is.
At the same time, man, that hinted at a deep psychopathy. I'm a bit worried he was beat on the regular growing up.
Did you see his mom? First of all, his mom looks just like him, which is already weird. She looks like an overweight version of him with a wig. It's crazy, with a lace front. It's crazy. But, because his mama was in the house, his brother was in the house. He deserves it. And I know he's in court, right? And he's sitting in the stands. So I think on some level, he has to, he's got to, tell a story and perform for the jury. But, But when you listen to the story, you're like, wait a minute, bro. But you just, even the guy asked him, he's like, you didn't, obviously he's like, you didn't hit her back, because that's an obvious question. But he did that for the jury to be like, of course not. Of course I didn't hit her back. But, it's just the idea that he deserved it is crazy to me.
I guess because that's, like I said, it was just a respect thing at that time. So I just felt like, well, she felt like I was texting this girl, and that's disrespectful. So
she felt like him texting this other girl was disrespectful. If she felt like it was disrespectful, then he deserved it.
Yeah, she goes to her husband for comfort, but this ain't shit dude cheating on her.
Right? Like, that's the crazy part.
How much you want to think that she tells her husband about him? You think her husband's being cucked?
Her husband don't know.
You don't think so? Because she'll say anything at this point, but
I mean, he knows now.
I guess. Yeah. Well, yeah, he knows now. Yeah.
I think she was even living with her parents at the time. I think she was separated from her husband, her current husband. So she got married.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, she was separated. And I think a lot of times is like, I think maybe she was trying to get money off of him. It didn't quite work out. Maybe she was still trying to milk him, still having some control over him on some level. And I don't think that it was actually finalized. So she hadn't finalized her divorce, but she was seeing this guy. He does not deserve it. Absolutely doesn't deserve it.
How about on Valentine's Day? Do you think you deserve to get hit then too?
No, not that time.
Why don't you just leave her then?
Like I said, I love hard, so her good outweighed the bad.
I love hard. Her good outweighed the bad. Does that sound like something a woman would say?
An abused woman.
Yes.
Which is why I said earlier the psychopathy that his mom was in the house. Was there any talk of his dad?
Man, I ain't heard nobody say nothing about a dad in like 10 stories I'm about to cover.
That's the obvious question. What was this young man going through in that house with his mother?
Well,
for him to have this mentality.
Well, interesting story, because I wasn't planning on getting all the way through it, but when he talks about when the guys came, his mom ended up outside during all the riffraff. It wasn't just him and his brother outside. His mom ended up outside too. Like, if somebody comes to the house and they mean business, and I'm outside trying to handle some business and there's a threat, I can guarantee you that I'm going to make sure my mom stays in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea that she thinks that she could come outside, because the fight started at the door. You know what I'm saying? So like, we know what this story is. We know what this is. Like, just because they're in a nice neighborhood and they got nice cars and they got a little bit of money, times. We've seen the story a million times. Now, maybe his mom wasn't responsible for this particular instance, but I think a lot of his tolerance for her behavior, right? I think a lot of that has a lot to do with it.
That's just what it was. Yes.
Love hard. Man, if I ever hear y'all say some dumb shit like that, I swear to God. In the chat, y'all better not ever say no dumb shit like I love hard. I will find you and I will choke some manhood into you.
Pause, yo. Pause. That didn't sound right.
Pause. My bad. All the manhood. I had a what you call
it? So she.
Well, actually, before she hit me, I forgot to say this point. She threw my phone like.
Good looking out, Gerald.
Just like broke it. Like,
Where'd she throw it against something?
Oh my God.
I had like this like towel.
Hey, that was an aggressive pause. He's like, pause.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
Yo, pay attention. No, if you missed it, you're gonna have to watch it on playback. Nope. You're gonna have to watch it on the playback.
Before, and she
Listen
threw
to this. We ain't perfect.
Well, actually,
right?
before she hit me, I forgot to say this point. She threw my phone like and just like broke it.
Oh, another piece of mistreatment. Another piece of mistreatment.
Like,
Where'd she throw it against something?
and she threw it on the ground. Like I had like this like tile floor, and she threw
Your
it.
bedroom?
Yes,
And did you pick up your phone?
and yes. I picked it up and like, man, you really just broke my phone.
How do
And
you know it was broke?
I looked at it, the screen cracked, it's black and everything. Like you can't even like open it.
Couldn't see the screen at all. No light would come out.
No,
You know if it was still receiving calls?
no, I don't know. I didn't think it was receiving calls because it's broke. Like you can't even see the phone.
You shut it off, or there was no way to do that?
No, there's no way to do that because how this iPhone set up, you gotta like press one of the side buttons and then the volume button, and then you gotta like swipe it on the screen. So
You couldn't do that at the
no.
All right, so what happens after she breaks your phone? Do you hit her, or does she hit
No, that's when she started like hitting me and everything. And then in the midst of that, she had like picked up a trophy and like hit me on the top of my head with it.
So she broke his phone, and then she picked up a trophy and started hitting him with it. Got it. All right. I was just making sure. I wasn't sure if
Did she hit you full force, or was it partial force?
Yes, it was full force.
And did you get injured, or not really?
No, I didn't get injured because I pretty much braced for it. I seen it coming.
Did you try grabbing her and stopping her, or what'd you do?
Yeah, I tried to grab her. Like after she did, I'm like, Dominique, stop. And then she put a trophy down, and then that's when she got her stuff and she was like walking out of my room.
Did she act like she was injured and she couldn't hit you or anything, or she pretty strong at that point?
Yeah, she's pretty strong.
Did you ever?
I mean, look at her. I mean, she looked
Bro,
pretty strong to me.
What they would have found on my Ring door camera, I would have had that motherfucker by the back of her pants and by the back of her wig, and I would have had her run and start and try to throw her ass halfway into the neighbor's yard, bro. Soon as she raised her voice, you know what I'm saying? The other part too, I want the brothers to take from this, man, and it's a reprogramming of the mind, bro. Like, forget about that love shit. Make sure she respects you, bro. The love, that shit will eventually come once she see how you operate. She see your program, because we all know, like, you go in with good intentions and, you want to treat them nice and all that kind of stuff, especially if she's yours, y'all official. Bro, forget about that love shit. Respect is what make them hold their mouth at work, right? Keep them from going off on their bosses. Respect is what make them jump up when that alarm clock go off. Respect is what make them study hard for them degrees. Respect is what they seeking when they mention all of their accolades to you as far as what they done accomplished. Forget about love, bro. Get you a woman that's gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? That'll fix all of that shit. First time a woman even halfway raise her voice, with me, it's a wrap. You don't text back, it's a wrap with me. So.
Right. Instant disqualification.
Facts.
Quick way to get you snatched out of my space.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your voice or act crazy. Like, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. And
Sounds like
his pops got deleted a couple years back. So he came up in a 2-parent household. His pops just got deleted. He was, I think he was like a janitor at like a nightclub or something like that. And a shot came through the wall and hit him in the neck and took him out.
Man, that's a cold game.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah, so he
brother, man.
Yeah, he in a messed up situation, man. I put the other chicks IG up there, but and just kind of tongue in cheek and kind of playing around. I post some stuff in the back chat, but even after posting all of that, bro, like the archetype is still the same. These are thoughts. The brother was moving in a way and it's a good. I think this is good for a lot of brothers that this happened, right? When you get to a certain point, you don't have to be an NFL player. You don't have to be an NBA player. Bro, when you accomplish enough in your everyday life, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Make sure make sure that you are interacting with women like we talked about before that got something to lose. And even if they don't have something to lose, if it's a country chick and she come from a good old, down home, out in the sticks type of background, that's different. But as far as if you're in the large metropolitan city, and not even the large metropolitan cities no more because the internet is everywhere, just be mindful of the women that you interact with, bro. They are slaves to their emotions. You know what I mean? They will do things to destroy your livelihood because they know they can't physically overtake you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing with her. She grabbing different, trying to break his phone, grabbing his trophy. You know what I mean? Like that is a symbol of what he's accomplished.
Oh yeah.
It's just sending people to his house. This is what's out here, man. Especially with this new generation, and then with the programming that they received with this eminence ideology that's going around, bro. They feel like they actually feel like they are deity. You know what I mean? Like they can do no wrong. So
yeah. Entitled.
Yep.
Like you owe them. It's totally okay that she's married. It's totally okay that she's damaging your stuff. It's totally okay that she's looking through your phone. It's totally okay for all of those things.
Yep, she was on the stands like she had no worries. Talking fly to the attorneys. The little smirks, the little smirk that she wore on her face, bro. Like this is what is legitimately out here, bro. The dating pool has piss in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like that's the one thing I want brothers to take away from this, man, is if you're gonna have women around you, especially when you have something good going on, you have your life is stable. They have a special way of derailing everything, bro. Woo. Everything.
Big facts. Real quick, shout out to Hootsy. He said he lives with his mother, and it sounds like he has a gynecrotic perspective, which teaches tolerance of female uckery. I know, bro. I know. It already, he tells us a little bit more of the story, and you can hear it in his voice. And again, I know he's not. Part of me believes, or maybe on some level he's playing it up for the jury, but you could just tell because he was even in that situation in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's like clearly you've already allowed her to get away with a lot, because she feels comfortable doing that kind of stuff. She didn't just like pop off like that first time, ain't never done anything like that before. Like she has definitely done something like that before. And that being the case, it's like, then you start to wonder like, dang, should I even feel sorry for this dude? And that's the messed up part about it. She's the norm, and that's what's crazy. That's what Cortez says. Real quick, can I get a salute for Mr. Hootsy, please? Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is absolutely positively the reason why we have to really watch, again, bro, the way he tells this story and just like what happened, and we're not even done. We're like halfway. The way he tells us like what happens in this evening, I know very few men that have not had to deal with this exact same situation, and that's the crazy thing. Let's let him continue.
Ever hold her hostage and tell her she can't leave your room and block her from leaving?
No, not at all.
Did you start raising your voice during this time period?
Yes, because she's like, fuck you, broke ass bitch, and you a fuck nigga, and all things like that.
And terrible things?
Yes.
Start saying some terrible things back to her?
Yes, I was saying things back to her.
Why were you doing that?
I mean, because I'm obviously frustrated that it even got to the point where she broke my phone. Like, there's one thing that you're hitting me, but you broke my phone. Like, I don't think that.
It's one thing that she hit him, but God forbid she break his phone. mistreatment has been thoroughly normalized for this poor man.
Let this go again.
Some terrible things back to her?
Yes, I was saying things back to her.
Why were you doing that?
I mean, cause I'm obviously frustrated that it even got to the point where she broke my phone. Like, it's one thing that you're hitting me, but you broke my phone. Like, I don't think that was right.
I don't think that was right.
And it's one thing that you hitting me, but you broke my phone, bro. It should have stopped when she raised her voice. But the reason why I always push that, bro, is that's a sign of a woman not only not respecting you, but willing to go to this. Because in any other environment, right, what would happen? You know what I'm saying? You think about what would happen as men, what would happen if we raised our voice at each other? You know what I'm saying?
Talking's over.
You expect, you know what I'm saying? You expect for it to be conflict, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that when they do that, bro, it's a sign that they don't respect you and they are willing to put your livelihood at risk. So that's why they do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you stop at them raising their voice or saying some little slick shit, some little fly shit, you stop it there, bro. You get into a situation where you don't have to deal with what this brother is going through.
Yeah. I mean, whoo. Yo, the mindset though. Brother, like the fact that it's like not that you're hitting me that tipped me off, that pushed me over. It was the fact that you broke my replaceable item.
Damage the property. That's a charge.
It says a lot about the psychology of a lot of brothers too. Like, I don't value myself enough not to let a motherfucker not to let somebody put their hands on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like think about that when you drill down a few levels deep.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that she hit me, it's the fact and even acknowledging it in public like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter hitting me, it's just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should have been a situation where she put her hands on me. Not only did she put her hands on me, she destroyed my property. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Don't put yourself behind a damn iPhone, bro. What the hell?
But that's literally that's exactly what he did. That's great. Like as soon as he said it to me, it just like made me be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? On today's episode of Sheham's Coronary Journeys, Big Man 7917, man, always with the jokes, bro. I swear. I mean, hey, he got to write a book too, man. If you're not a comedian, you should be. Salute to him. If we could get a salute for Big Man 7917, please. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you coming through and supporting, man, for real. We are absolutely positively humbled and thankful that you guys have been coming through and hanging out, man. I appreciate you. But yo, what did what you call it say? I remember Malcolm X, where Malcolm told Bay and Richard, what? Yay, real talk. Brad, y'all knows even Brad questioned him, had to laugh. He chuckled. He absolutely chuckled. Because he knew what he was doing. Because the guy questioning him kind of sounds like he's probably a pretty cool guy. Like he's probably a pretty, like he's not new to this situation. Let's see, a bro bitch living with her mom calling an NFL player broke only in Black America. Ain't that about a blimp? Man, put that on a t-shirt. That's what's up. Oh, Uncle D's is already going on right now. Let's see, hold on.
Did the fight spill out of the room?
Yes.
And what happened after that?
I thought she was leaving, but when she came out my room, she makes a right. That'll be where my living room is. And she goes to my PlayStation 4 and picks it up and slams it and breaks that.
She did what?
Where my living room is. And she goes to my PlayStation 4 and picks it up and slams it and breaks that.
Broke his PlayStation 4. How many of y'all have had a BZ break your PlayStation?
Never.
Lots of stories of PlayStations being broken.
I never had it happen, but my boys,
I've heard
on a regular.
I would, but absolutely. I've never had it happen, but I know a lot of brothers have. And once again, that is a way that that it's another way of them trying to hurt you, right? It's a completely aggressive thing that they're doing, that they're, like I can't maybe not be able to hurt you physically, but I can hurt you with this. Right? I might not be able to punch you and knock you out, but I can hurt you with this. I can cost you money. I can cause you time. I'm whatever. Like, it was even like a TikTok trend throwing your boyfriend's PlayStation out the window. Like, I've seen girls throw
abuse.
Unbelievable.
The nerve. Like, you think that's funny, destroying a man's property like that?
Like, I would absolutely lose my mind.
What if I had a flamethrower to that horsehair you got?
Because that would be mistreatment, sir. That would be a DV. That would be you would mess around and catch a charge doing some stuff like that. But go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, man, I'm reminded of something. Y'all just talking about this. I can remember being young. I'm talking about real young, man. I had to be maybe around 10, maybe 11. And my sister's 3 years younger than me. And, we're doing a little sibling rivalry. We used to go at it when we was younger, right? Mm. And she took one of my G.I. Joes, one of my favorite G.I. Joes, and snapped it. You used to bend them at the waist. It had the little rubber band in the middle. Mm-hmm. And snapped it and pulled it. She threatened. She said, I'll break your G.I. Joe. And I was like, man, you better not break my toy. She snapped it in half. When I tell you the ass cutting that I put on my sister, I'm talking like a kid at school, the ass cutting that I put on my sister. And that's the reason why these conversations are important. Now that I think about it, I didn't have any issues out of her after, and shit, I'm 40, she's 37 right now. I hadn't had any issues out of her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's I hadn't even thought of that situation until we had this conversation. I thought back, I was like, damn, she's been a cool customer since I really got on her ass when we was younger. And I was willing to take the beating that came from my mom and everything, but I was like, I'm gonna get that ass today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that ass today. And a matter of fact, I think I threw some of her toys off of the patio too. But yeah, man. Yeah.
They need to feel that. Like, they need to know, like, yo, no, I cannot mess with him. Because he will respond. And you can always tell, like, I've dealt with a couple of, like, not I've dealt with them, but I've met a couple of women that really respected their husbands. And like, whenever you even, like, someone even suggests, like, sometimes a girl be like, girl, I would da 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 da, and like, and you would hear her be like, nah, my husband you can't do that. Yeah, my husband can't do that. My husband's crazy. Yo, Jackie, we ain't gonna do that. Like, you can tell when they're like, oh no, like, no, there's a hard stop before that kind of behavior. We don't do that over here. You
respect.
Exactly. And and you can always tell which ladies are willing and which ladies are not willing to pass that threshold. So look, I know we didn't exactly get all the way done. I'm gonna hit the pause button on this one. I'm gonna shoot over to Uncle D's in this broadcast, shoot over to Uncle D's, and I'll probably do an after stream. And we can actually pick up where we left off, because I think this is important. Again, I think that, like, these microaggressions, I don't even know if you can call them microaggressions, these aggressions that people have in their relationships need to be addressed. And again, I don't think that these men really truly understand what kind of danger they're in and how dangerous it is to let this kind of behavior go unchecked. It's not in your best interest, not at all. Chris said, meanwhile, got Pookie laying up and shooting up the club. Right. Absolutely. Blowing her back out, busting them walls down.
Yeah. Hey, Wrench, man. This is who he was talking to?
Who?
The girl he was talking to.
Yeah, that's all, bro.
Oh, hold on, man. I was just...
You see what I'm saying? He had an archetype that he was messing with, bro.
Do I want to look? Like, am I afraid?
I don't care how fine they are, bro. If they that exposed in that public, bro, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, they were a good link. Yeah.
Damn, it's got mature content. Hold on, I gotta just do the Instagram. Let me just do the Instagram. That way I don't get on the. We might have to do might have to check that in a little bit. Let's see.
From my little bit of research, she hooking, bro. Like
she's
yeah, she
got a lot of
business inquiries. Man, you trying to get food out.
Yeah, that's Jezebel, Potiphar's wife, every single thing, every all of it. Let me look at this. Ridiculous.
Would y'all believe I was in the Nation of Islam mosque a couple years back? Would you believe it was women in there that looked just like that but covered all the way up? Honest to God truth, bro. Put that on my kid's life. Women that had the same facial structure as her. You can tell they were stacked, bro, but they were in NOI garb like the women were. Blew my mind.
How many people are sipping in the comment section right now, man?
We might have to look.
They deep. They deep. Them boys was typing like they already had their shirt off.
You already know what they're saying. You already know what they're saying in them comment sections, man.
Deep inside.
I'm a gamble